Thank you, everyone. Welcome. And we're so happy you're attending today's conference webinar. I'm Lynne Coxwell with the Louisiana Office of Tourism, First Vice President of TTRA and Co-Conference Chair.
And I'm Anna Blount. I'm with Datafy, and I'm very happy to be the practitioner chair for Lynne's conference happening in Galway, Ireland. So just to tell you a little bit about this webinar we're focusing on the overall kind of like what's going to be happening in the conference in Ireland. We're going to have a couple of sessions highlighted, but that's mostly going to be on the 5-1. And we have some exciting news that we're going to share in 5-1 about our keynotes, including an amazing leader from City DNA and also the return of like one of everyone's favorite TTRA members we haven't unfortunately been able to see in a while, but we're going to save that for 5-1 and we're going to talk about today's content, which we hope we find is just as exciting. Right, Lynne?
Right.
Okay. Next.
This year's theme captures the spirit of progress and possibility. It challenges us to look beyond the horizon, exploring new ideas, innovating with purpose, and driving transformative change. As we navigate an evolving global landscape, this conference serves as a catalyst for forward-thinking research and collaboration that will help shape the future of travel and tourism. I hope attendees not only reflect on where the industry stands today, but also to actively shape where it's going and a vision for our future. Next, we're going to highlight the roundtables for practitioners and DMOs.
Well, first, we have to thank our committee. So
You're doing that.
We have the great help of Treeline, and three of my favorite people on earth are on this call right now, the Treeline, who we could never get any of these conferences off the way without them. We have Kathy, Elizabeth, and Mike K. They're our absolute heroes, and we absolutely adore and need them, right? But for the content, we have to reach out to you, our TTRA members. And this year, we had a record-sized member. So when it comes to annual conference, it's different than Marketing Outlook Forum. We have an academic side, and we have a practitioner side. So we're going to talk about that practitioner side first, and then we will give the credit to our wonderful academic team as well. But the practitioner committee was the largest it's ever been, and that's because we're crossing multiple continents. We're trying to make sure every single chapter is involved and on stage at our conference. So here's the listing of all the people that we had on our conference. And in fact, Lynne can tell you it was so big that we actually had 2 conference meetings. So on the weeks that we had conference meetings, there were 2 ones, and one was more geared towards Europe time, and one was more geared towards Pacific and Hawaii time, right? So we are so grateful for each and every one of these people. They read through these proposals, they graded them, they talked, they marketed, they've done so much work and continue to do so much for TTRA and the annual conference. We'd be absolutely lost without them. And the other thing I want to say is like almost all the sessions that are going to be at this conference, they're people who submitted it, members like you, because we are a member organization trying to help members. And that means we're giving you the opportunity to come up with ideas and to get that stage time you so deserve. So we want to thank everyone on this committee. They were just amazing. And it just shows what a great family TTRA really is.
Thank you, Anna. And I especially want to thank Anna. Without her being my partner in crime for this conference, I would be lost. So I cannot give her more of a shout out, give her more of a praise than anything. So I am very grateful for her.
And I'm grateful for you. There's no one I'd rather do this. Lynne and I joke, we're like, we're really codependent now. We're going to have different Okay, next slide.
So next up, you're going to hear a little bit of highlight from our practitioner and DMO roundtable from Marlise Taylor.
Hey everyone, it's Marlise Taylor. I am Director of Research for Visit North Carolina, and I am here to talk to you a little bit about a couple of sessions coming up at TTRA International in Galway, Ireland in June. So I'm so excited to see you all there and can't wait to reconnect with many of you and meet new people. But let me tell you a little bit about a couple of sessions that I'm involved in. First of all, I'm going to start with the second one because this is an annual favorite. It's the Destination Breakfast and Roundtable session. It is going to be on Tuesday, June 24th from 10 to 11 a.m. So this is an annual favorite among destination researchers, and it's really a must attend to start the conference. What it is an open forum where we'll discuss the latest trends in tourism research and travel, specific issues affecting tourism research globally, and we also work to assist others in the room in answering those tough questions. So we may often be from competitive destinations, but we're all willing to help out with new ideas, questions, best practices, and so on. It's designed for those in destination management and research, yet it's open to all attendees. So vendors are welcome, academics are welcome, everyone's welcome to this session. This year promises to be great on discussions revolving around key marketing, research topics, and trends. However, we only have an hour this year, so I want you to come prepared with your topics and with your questions, and we're really looking forward to it. So hope to see you in Ireland for that session. The second session I want to talk to you about is actually prior to the one I just talked about. It is a DMO only session, and it'll be from 9 to 9:45 that same morning on Tuesday morning. So this session allows destination research leaders to collaborate and really go deeper into those challenges and opportunities that we face in DMO research. We encourage, again, attendees to bring topics and questions about vendor choices, methodology, sampling techniques, among other topics in an exclusive yet open forum, if that makes sense. But this is your chance to really sit down one-on-one with other people who do exactly what you do and ask questions of those peers who do understand those unique demands of our work. So 2 sessions, both on Tuesday, 9 to 9:45 for DMO researchers only, and then 10 to 11 for the roundtable session where everyone is invited, and we're really looking forward to it. So email me your questions if you want to have them on the agenda, or just bring them for the open forum part of the session, and I look forward to seeing you all.
And that's always a great session, so we hope you can join us for it.
TTRA really wants to be a benefit to all of our members. And not only do we have 2 conferences a year with Marketing Outlook Forum and this one in Galway coming up, but we also have started last year a think tank initiative. So again, in fall, we'll do the call for people who have ideas about an opportunity for academics, vendors, and practitioners to collaborate in order to come up and build out ideas that are going to advance the travel and tourism space. 3 think tanks are actually who are currently running are actually going to be featured on the annual stage. The first one, if you could look at this one, I'm going to let Florian talk about it, but it's a really exciting one that he's doing he's in tandem with Brand USA as well as Temple University. So we'll let Florian go ahead and take the floor on this one.
Hello, my fellow TTRA members, industry friends, and partners. My name is Florian, and I'm the CEO of Herman Global. I'm very excited to attend the Travel Tourism Research Association annual conference held this upcoming June in Galway, Ireland. If you have not registered for the conference yet, you should do that soon. Together with Brand USA and Temple University, we are going to present the findings from our TTRA Think Tank Challenge from Keywords to Journeys, predicting global travel interest. Well, I will give you a quick update what we have accomplished so far. During the last 8 months, we have analyzed a lot of Google search data where international travelers look for specific destinations and things to do within the destination. Based on those travel-related keywords, we have applied a methodology using AI to predict patterns in the future. What are our findings so far? Well, the good news is that AI is very good in predicting travel trends based on historical data, but we still have some work to do as well, especially making predictions in travel interest that are long-term. As we all know, we currently have a lot of political, economical, social, and environmental challenging factors that make it harder to forecast travel interest and visitation in general. Therefore, we have expanded our methodology and include contextual factors. There are opportunities and limitations, and we will share all of our results as a group to the industry. We hope to see you there.
Very much looking forward to that one. But again, that's just the first of 3 think tanks that are next. On the next one, I actually just had the pleasure this morning. I'm at the Pure Michigan Governors Conference, and I just got to hear David speak, and it just reminded me of how wonderful and talented he is, and how lucky we are to have him as such an involved member of TTRA, leading this think tank on the AI think tank. And now I'm going to leave it to David to explain more.
Hi, I'm David Reichbach with Future Partners, and I'm thrilled about the endless possibilities AI brings to the tourism industry. From personalized experiences to efficient operations, the future looks really exciting.
Hello, I'm Donna Larson with Exporter Research. While AI offers exciting opportunities, we must also consider some challenges. How do we validate the data we collect was not completed by an AI? How do we trust the output? What about ethical concerns?
Hi, I'm Dudley Jackson from the South Carolina Department of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. Over the last 6 months, Donna, David, and I have been exploring the possibilities and weighing the pros and cons of artificial intelligence in tourism research. We are excited to share our findings so far, but there's so much more to explore as the technology changes every day.
So don't miss our panel at the Travel and Tourism Research Association's annual convention this year in Galway, Ireland, for a deep dive into AI and tourism research.
We are TTRA's AI think tank. The yes, the no, and the don't know. And we're looking forward to discussing all these questions with you and more. Don't hesitate, register now, and be part of the conversation shaping the future of tourism research.
I wonder if you thought something seemed off about this video?
Maybe that's because it was entirely created using AI tools.
Honestly, it's a little creepy, isn't it? If you want to know more, don't miss our presentation at TTRA in June.
And so this is going to be, I know a lot of conferences have AI content, but this is AI content that's actually for researchers by researchers that you have known forever in the TTRA space and respect. So we're very excited about this one. And the next one is going to be with the Destination Toolkit we're following up. Unfortunately, Dr. Whitney Nolenberg is on sabbatical right now, and so she will not be joining, but we got Nancy McGee to step in for her. So the DMO Toolkit lives on here, and we're going to go ahead and play this one.
My name is Anna Blount, and I'm with Datafy, and I'm here to talk to you about the exciting Wednesday afternoon session at the TTRA Annual Conference in Galway, and is titled Building Trust, Driving Action, Translating Data and Research for Diverse Audiences.
Hello, I'm Michael Radowski with Visit Dallas. And I can say as a leading researcher for a large destination, it's so important that we translate these data sources to our diverse different stakeholder groups and make sure that we're drawing the lines that connect the insights that they need.
And hi, I'm Nancy McGee from Virginia Tech. I'm especially excited about this panel for two reasons. One, because we work with so many industry practitioners, we need to be on top of the trends and to be able to understand how to interpret them. Secondly, we also work with students, and we want them to be able to understand the system and the process and how to interact with industry partners once they've graduated and moved on.
In the last 10 years alone, the amount of different data sources and within those different kind of sectors of data, the options that you have for you have completely proliferated. And it's really hard to stay on top of all these different data sources, much less when they're best used for certain strategic and advocacy questions that are facing us. And if it's complicated for us, how complicated is it for your board? How complicated is it for your hoteliers, for your attractions, for the other groups that are in your community? Like all these different things that we're bringing together with these narratives in order to make responsible decisions for destinations moving forward. How do we actually do that the right way? And what is the level that we need to explain the strengths and maybe the weaknesses of different data sources that are informing these strategic decisions that we're making, right? Then the whole point of having TTRA Annual is that we're going to have data experts from all around the world. And what this session does is we're going to take advantage of that. Three of us are going to get started, and then we're going to turn to you. We're going to have a couple of roundtables. We're going to have you all peer-to-peer learning, because again, where else can you have destination data and research experts from all over that have been in the career? Maybe you're just starting, maybe you've been doing it for 20 or 30 years. This is going to be the opportunity not only for us to have a conversation, but for everybody in the room to have a conversation that's really meaningful about this more important kind of thing. Because again, for starting when you're a student, you're just talking about things and you're just trying to have this paper and stuff. So it's kind of like sending papers out to your entire community, both inside your organization and without. So we're all really looking forward to having this interactive session with you where we're really talking about this data. And this is a part of the Destination DMO Toolkit with Whitney Nolenberg. Unfortunately, she is on sabbatical this year, so she will not be there. But Michael, Nancy, and I are so grateful to be in her stead, and we're really looking forward to having this vibrant conversation with you in Galway.
So again, we're so grateful for the think tank initiatives and so many members of TTRA who are involved and who will continue to be involved as we move those forward as well for thought leadership. And these three sessions are just some of the output that comes from those.
Cannot wait for those, Anna.
Excited. Just like we have a practitioner committee, we have an academic committee. And I'm going to tell you what, our academic committee this time is just absolutely amazing. And even Lynn and I've had a number of conversations with them about like how we're going to be able to foster great experiences for students. It's really going to be really special and wonderful. And that's the thing about the TTRA annual conference. You can go to practitioner sessions, but you also can go to academic ones. So if there's a paper that you're really interested in, you are absolutely welcome to go hear more about it on a more technical or on an academic bent. You're able to have the best of both worlds from that. And here is our amazing committee, the committee leads from the academic committee.
That's right. We're all about being collaborative with our academic partners. That is one thing we all need to do more of for our research in our lives. So this conference is definitely one of those that does that. Next up, we have the academic sneak peek. Mike Peters, who is the chair, is in Europe, so it's a little after hours for him, so he cannot join us, but please enjoy the sneak peek of these exciting sessions.
Hello and welcome to TTRA International Conference in Galway, Ireland. I would like to give you a short introduction to the academic presentations that we can offer during these 3 days. First of all, and you see it here, we have more than 100 academics and more than 100 academic presentations during these 3 days, coming from Asia, Europe, the US, Canada, Australia, many other countries and continents of the world. We are happy to have also a journal editor roundtable, and I only highlighted Annals of Tourism Research, Journal of Sustainable Tourism, JTR. There are more journals and more editors discussing in this roundtable. Furthermore, we can introduce a great keynote. Professor Is Tusedaya is an expert in tourism research, and especially when it comes to technology, artificial intelligence. She published top papers, and she will, tell us more about the newest developments on both sides, supply and demand side. The topics are manifold, as you see here. We will certainly focus on sustainability in tourism with all its pillars, like, for example, the social cultural. You see residents' attitudes and perceptions of tourism. There is news data from various countries presented. We have a look into how destinations can manage resilience in 2 sessions. And we also, and I think that's very important, see how we can kind of motivate people to not only have the intention to behave sustainable, but also to behave in a sustainable manner, consumers, but also employees or entrepreneurs. We will certainly focus also on more market-oriented topics, social media and video research analysis. Experience and storytelling is a big and interesting issue, but we also look into how travel fosters health and well-being, and also in how we can best implement agri-tourism, make collaborations between agriculture and the tourism industry. There is one or let's say 2 very important topics, finally. Human resource management. We have many sessions focusing on employer branding, attractiveness, how to motivate human resource management, and what HR managers can finally do to get the best people in the market. And we have a big part looking at artificial intelligence and digitalization in tourism marketing and management. So there is a lot to offer. I hope I can see you then in Galway, Ireland. We're all looking forward to having you with us, and I wish you a great time.
So if all of this has not been enticing enough, our next video is about our wonderful conference location, Galway. Take it away.
This is the story of a city of tribes, where once upon a time all political, commercial and social life was dominated by 14 families. And what became of those families? Well, they inspired a capital of culture that grew around them and gave rise to more tribes. Like today's tech tribes, who create a Galway that's somewhere you'll always want to hit return on. The culinary tribes, who make, bake and create unforgettable foodie combinations. There's the bohemian types who march to the beat of their own drum, or the musicians who use those drums to soundtrack the city. The movers, the shakers, the builders and breakers, the students and researchers who've established Galway as not just a city on the edge of the Atlantic, but a city on the cutting edge too. And of course, there's the Welcome Tribe, who'll create a home away from home amid our tangled lanes and Celtic charms. Because here in Galway, we've always believed life is better together. After all, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with others.
So when not only is the Galway, it was just such a beautiful place, and we're so happy to be there. When we have a conference at TTRA, what we find is that we also want to give back to the community of Galway, and we have found a wonderful charity that we're able to sponsor with this year's conference called Hand in Hand. And Hand in Hand helps families whose children have been are unfortunately facing cancer diagnosis. And this video is just amazing, and like I'm so grateful that we're able to help these people who are doing wonderful work in the community.
Hi, I'm Mark Dwyer, Director of Services with Hand in Hand. So Hand in Hand is a children's cancer charity based here in Galway, and we are supporting families throughout Ireland who have a child with a cancer diagnosis. So we provide practical and emotional support services to the families, the practical services being household cleaning, family meal delivery and laundry services, and our emotional support services are play therapy and counselling. The practical support services are available to the families throughout the child's cancer treatment, and the emotional support services is also available throughout the child's cancer treatment, but also post-treatment as well. And all those services are completely free of charge to the families.
Hand in Hand is a small charity which relies heavily on donations and fundraising activities. Even if you're not in a position to support us financially, it would be wonderful if you could share the awareness of what we do and the services we provide to families in Ireland with a childhood cancer diagnosis. Your donation, however big or small, will make a significant difference to our charity.
So we're so grateful to partner with them at this conference. And again, like we mentioned at the beginning, we started with that. We're just looking at an overview here. We're going to see more information. So you must have seen on LinkedIn that we're highlighting people talking about their sessions on there. We're going to continue to do that, but we're going to have it in a little bit more organized and central way on 5/1, where people will be able to see their sessions, the videos that they've all so generously taken their time to actually make ahead of their sessions. You're going to see how great this content really is and why we're so excited for Galway all the way around. Right, Lynn?
That is right. I'm ready to go tomorrow. We have any Q&A, please drop it in the chat.
But as we do that, I think you have like an announcement of an email that's
coming
out
out
today.
I was getting there. So if you are registered, and hopefully you are, or hopefully you're doing it today, you will be getting an exclusive email about a fun product, let's say, that Anna's super excited about, and so am I. I'm not gonna lie. That we're just really excited about. So I can't say excited more than once, and apparently I've said it 3 times. So be looking in your inbox for that.
Exclusive to people going to the annual conference. It'll give you a laugh, and it's actually is supporting a local business there as well. So take a look, and hopefully you'll be ordering it as well. We're almost out of time right now for this session. And again, too, if you have any other kind of questions that come up, please just let us know. We're happy to answer that. Lynn, Kathy, and I, as well as Elizabeth and Mike K, we're always here for you for any of your questions for Galway. And again, this is us. This is a TTRA conference that it's a meritocracy. It's PTRA members who got together and submitted and worked and worked to put it on. We wouldn't be anywhere without you, and this is your showcase. And we're so grateful to be able to do the background work, to be able to shine a light on the amount of superstars and thought leaders and emerging leaders that are in the TTRA membership. We're a growing and an amazing group of people, and around the world, and representing so many different places and things. And we're so proud of you, and we're really grateful to have the opportunity to shine the light on the work of so many practitioner and academic partners. Right, Lynn?
Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today, and we cannot wait to see you in Ireland.
Have a great rest of your week.
Thank you.